We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, Faith Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Samyang, it is the Buldak Rosé. This is not ramen, it's wide glass noodles. Really interested to see what this is all about. So we have a K Rosé, the balanced taste of Buldak Rosé. So Rosé is a fairly specific type of Italian sauce, and we have a chicken with a bra. Yep, that's what we have. All right, okay, so let's take a look at, Jesus. Oh, there's a skirt maybe there also. Yep. Okay, so we open the lid, noodles and sauce in the cup, hot water, and then we do it for 3.5 minutes, and then we put in the powder packets, and we do that. All right, so let's see what's in it. Oh, you know what? Oh man, look at these ingredients. There's so many ingredients. I'm just gonna say that where is the there's habanero pepper seasoning in there. That's right. See it right there. So this one is probably not gonna be on the hotter side. There might be extracts in there as well. So we have the glass noodles here, and we have so here's a powder of some kind, probably cheese. So we have a cheese and a cream. I'm assuming they look identical, however. So maybe we got two of the same thing, I don't know. This is the Buldak seasoning right here. And these are the noodles, so this will be interesting, I imagine. All right, okay, come here, you. I have never seen these at store shelves, so I happen to be messing around on Amazon one day. I don't recall what I was looking for, but I did come across this, and the seller was not Samyang. I don't know who it was, but they were selling this as part of a. These are actually kind of soft. They were selling this as, I guess they're not soft, but they're pliable. They were selling this as don't help me, I'll remember it. Oh, they were selling this as a challenge kit, but it was, one of those things where the other thing I think I actually, I can't remember what came with this. I think it was, it was Samyang protein puffs. You can check out that video as well if you're interested. But so they were selling it as a challenge set, and like a challenge of what? Like rosé is not a spicy thing. It's not supposed to be a spicy thing. It's kind of like their carbonara type thing is not meant to be spicy either. It's just cheese. And so that, and then the protein puffs were like a chili lemon. And I believe habanero was the chili there as well. And that's not ever going to be hot. That's, if all you're going is habanero, we're really not going to ever be talking about a bunch of heat. So I'm like, what do you mean challenge? Like, what does that mean? Challenge, what are we... How is this a challenge? And it's just somebody throwing the word around to try to sell stuff. But this was a flavor I hadn't done. And that was what interested me more, I think. So I'm going to go throw this in the microwave for 3.5 minutes. And then we will come back. We'll add in the powder. And we'll just see what we have here to see. Take a look at that. Look at these. It's a nice wide glass. This is cool.
Wow. I am impressed despite myself. There's not a lot of liquid at the bottom. I filled it specifically to the line only. They are blazing hot though. Definitely, you can probably see the steam rolling off this thing. I know it's a bazillion degrees where I am. It's a little bit hard to see, but it is steaming. All right, so what do we have here? This is I guess the cream. Looks like there's some green things in there also. I don't know what that is. There shouldn't be that in there. Might be oregano or something maybe. I don't know, let's see. Let's take a look here before we get too far into a powder packet. Basil. Basil. Nice. Okay. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh my god. Well, let's see how it dissolves. I mean, we're following it to the letter. Oh man, that is pretty tasty so far. I just had a little bit that was on the fork here, and okay, I don't know if we're going to be able to get this to dissolve because it's clumping. It is. I will say that for all the bare amount of liquid in there, it is not clumping as bad as I thought it would. I honestly am super impressed with this so far. And clearly somebody at Buldak, you know, they're doing a lot of just really smart stuff. This is their second or third Italian related version of this. So I really appreciate how they're branching out into other stuff. Buldak is trying to take over the world with spicy Korean barbecue noodles. You know, good for them. They definitely are seizing the moment and running with it. I will say that.
All right, I think we got this as stirred up as this going to get. It's not. It is going to congeal though here if I wait too much longer. So even though this is hotter than I probably want it, let's dive in and see what we have. These glass noodles are a bit chewy, as you might expect, being that they're wide. The flavor is really interesting. It reminds me actually a bit of the carbonara, but it's almost more of a cream. You know, in terms of rosé wine, you've got a sort of, I guess in a way, a kind of blending of red and white. I mean, not exactly, but visually is kind of the idea. With a rosé sauce, you have something similar. You have a tomato sauce with cream, heavy cream. So as far as rosé sauces, this is not a good one if you're looking for a sort of pure rosé sauce. You have the Buldak substituting for the tomato sauce here, and the sort of cream-based sauce is they're kind of at odds with each other. So what you really have is you have kind of just a blunting of the Buldak flavoring, but it does have sort of an odd aftertaste to it as well. I don't think these work together. The idea of adding basil to it, fine, whatever, but I think, you know, fusiony stuff, sometimes you have flavors that are just too disparate, and that's, I think, kind of what we have here. I do like these noodles. Although I wish they were not as wide as they are now. Like, they're fairly wide. If they were about half of that, like maybe a fettuccine width, I think they would have been better as well. This K Rosé is it's a very, very intriguing idea. Adding cream to the Buldak. And it has dialed down the heat quite a bit as well. I would give this... One of the problems with eating noodles this hot is that it's a little challenging to get a read on the actual heat level because I'm getting interference from the actual temperature of the food. But you can't wait with glass noodles because they'll clump together. Especially when you have very little liquid and a sort of sticky sauce. So I'm really trying to separate the actual temperature from how this is reading. But I would say this is probably not more than a default one. It is definitely that, though. You know, and Samyang, I think, has really moved away from having just dumping just unbelievable amounts of extract and everything. I think they're really, really trying to play with flavors a lot, and I applaud that. Samyang is probably the biggest name in that space, and with good reason. Like right now, I think they probably have more than a dozen different varieties of the ramens. And I've done quite a few on this channel. You can check out the ramen playlist as well. Actually, sorry, I think it's a spicy noodles playlist because I started adding tteokbokki as well. Which is where this video will live also. It's starting to, as I get to the bottom here, it's starting to get a consistency a little bit similar to glue. Flavor wise though, I'm of two minds about this. In one respect, I think I like this conceptually more than I like it actually in actuality. I think that's what I keep coming back to. Because I like the idea of glass noodles. I think they work pretty well here. Again, my own personal preference is that they be half as wide as they are. But I think that part's fine. I like that change up. I mean, I like ramen, obviously. I've done a lot of it. But I do like Asian noodles. I really have always been a fan of. So I'm happy to see stuff like that. Tteokbokki was also another really fun thing to find. So conceptually, I like the idea of this. I just don't think that they matched it very well as far as the flavors here go. There's not... Without having a sort of tomato sauce with the acidity and stuff to balance the cream in a rosé sauce, without having that in place, I think you just kind of have almost a sort of milky Buldak. And for me, I didn't find this to be super enjoyable. There was also this really kind of odd aftertaste in there as well that I couldn't quite place, but I didn't find that super enjoyable either. I did like their carbonara. I like their quattro cheese as well. Like, I do like when they add cheese because cheese will bring its own flavor. Just the cream sauce by itself, I just don't think works without, if you had a rosé sauce in particular, without the other component of where it would traditionally be. And I think that's really kind of where this falls down a little bit for me. Valiant effort, though. I do applaud the effort, and I'm not unsatisfied with it or anything like that. It's a really kind of unique product, if very confusing. I should have known, right? When I saw a chicken with a bikini on, I should have known, because what the hell does that have to do with anything? But it's just odd. It's strange, I think, more than anything. And this is not something I think I would ever care to experience again. Heat-wise, like I said, it's a default one. And it was definitely interesting, definitely innovative. I have not seen anybody else attempt this before, so there is that. But don't know that I would recommend this too highly. Certainly, it's not a rosé. Calling it a K rosé is probably fine now, I guess. I think it just needs more refinement. Yeah, that's where I'll leave off on this. So there it is, the Samyang Buldak Rosé Glass Noodles. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.